So this is gonna be the reading for JIN, about how was the past 2.5 years for him, what lesson has he learned, and how is he being prepared for the next energetic cycle. We're gonna have a look at all those things. This reading is pretty much impromptu and it's not very well structured, so bear with me. But we'll have a look at the tarot cards first and then the oracle. The first card we have here, 10 of Swords. Then we have 2 of Wands. Then we have the 10 of Wands. Okay, so we have 10, 10. These are telling me that the past 2.5 years were kind of heavy for JIN, but they act as the closure to a tough cycle. So the tough cycle for Jin did not start within these 2.5 years. These 2.5 years is just the last drops, you know, the last draw. The tough cycle for Jin has probably started, I'm hearing 4 years ago. Everything was getting a bit heavy. The responsibilities were getting into his head. There's a lot of wondering within Jin that is it thing sustainable? I don't know what things he's thinking about, but that's what I'm hearing. He had a lot on his plate, and this pandemic happened. This past 2.5 years just putting more things on his plate, like piling up on him. So what I'm saying is, like, the beginning of this pandemic, it was almost unbearable for Jin. So I was like flipping through the cards, and it was like really heavy. But then we have this 2 of Wands, which shows like directions and determination, hope, like light at the end of a tunnel. Because we have 2 tens here, and the 2 tens, I always see them as like closing up a cycle, closing up a chapter. Now we have 2 of Wands here, which indicates the new directions a section can go through. So you know, because with an ending there's always a new beginning. So this past 2.5 years brought about the closure to whatever sufferings that it is, whatever sufferings that Jin was going through before it, and brought about a new direction. Like showed this period of time has showed Jin a new directions, new hope, new purpose in life is what I'm hearing, new passion, new motivations and inspiration. He's seeing it clearly now, and he's being very focused on it. Like, see how the wands are kind of like form a focal point. That's what I'm doing. Like, Jin is being focused right now on what, because he's getting out. He has already been out of this phase, and now he's like focusing on the new thing that he's just found. I cannot get more detail than what it is that was burdening him here. We have wands, we have swords, so it's basically his thoughts and his responsibility. Yeah, I cannot get more than that. Then we have 4 of Wands, Knight of Cups, and 4 of Cups. This is nice. This is like a lot better energies than this. But I guess this is more about his home life. Sachin definitely had more time to be at home, to spend time with himself, with his family, and his home environment feels very safe, very secure, very comfortable. So that is a good thing. I think that's also a very important factor that has helped Seokjin to, you know, get over this 10 phase. We also have 2 4s here, so that's something. 4s to me is always about, you know, stability. And Seokjin is one of a few people I know or I've come across that has very stable energy, very grounded, not very conventional, very grounded, and really rare to come across. I do feel like with his 4 cups, Jin has spent a lot of time with himself, hence he could realize the new direction, the new opportunity that these pandemic or this delay, this past 2.5 years has given to it, has revealed to him, or pushed him forward, the 4 cups also indicating he's brewing something, he's working on something, which he will be very proud of, which is different from what he has been doing up until before the pandemic. So that is definitely something to look forward to. Yeah, the 9 of Cups and the 4 Wands is already basically his home life, his home. It's very homely, very safe, very comfortable, very loving, and that is such a blessing. Okay, yeah, I do feel like Jin has definitely had more time to be at home with the people that he loves. It strengthens the connections, the flow, the energy, the positive vibes of his home. So that is a good thing. We have the High Priestess. I don't even know how to say that word. And then the Chariot. Oh, yes, the High Priestess is about a mentor, a teacher. So then, yeah, with these 2 at once, yeah, maybe he has a mentor, or like someone has maybe like not purposely, deliberately shows in a new direction, but he took inspiration from these person or these people to figuring out his new focal point, his new directions to go into, and so that's great. The Chariot here, I'm getting the sense of like being relaxed and get off the highway, which is nice. After we see the 2 10s here, yeah, basically I with this Chariot here, I just see it's not the regular meaning for the Chariot in tarot card, but I do feel like Seokjin is getting more relaxed. Normally people would see Seokjin as someone who was like pretty carefree and pretty, you know, not very serious about many things, but it's actually not. When he's serious about something, he thinks about it a lot. He just doesn't show it. He works very hard. So I do think with his Chariot, these 2.5 years has given Seokjin some break, definitely some break. Okay, let's have a look at the oracle cards we have. Take a break. I mean, Lightspot, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Get off the highway. Get off the highway. Get a bicycle. Bike around. You might not go as fast, but you're moving anyway, and it's more relaxing. It's more comfortable. It's more comforting. It goes well after we see these 2 10s here, because the 2 10s here is always about like a lot of tensions, a lot of responsibility. You're pushing yourself too much. So I do feel like yes, the good thing about these 2.5 years is that Seokjin got the time to tend to himself more, to really take a break. Of both physically and mentally. So that was weird, and that is something that would fuel his inspiration as well. So we have truth. This is interesting. Cause, oh yes, this is definitely about like seeing the truth, being told the truth, or realizing the truth. And I do feel like that truth is that Seokjin is not necessarily changing direction, but he's seeing something new, and he's being focused on it. And that's the truth that he's realizing within himself. Maybe that's also something that he would reveal to other people as well. This is all about like being honest and see things the way they truly are. The next one we have Flamingo Spirit, embracing the in-between. Oh, this is nice. This is a nice card to have when we're talking about that pandemic. You know, this is a very significant, very important period for all of us to work on the things that we have been trying to ignore, or trying to like shove aside for the past, I don't know how many years. It is the in-between, it is the period of time that we are being prepared to step into a new era, to step into a new powerful, energetic cycle. So that's exactly what Seokjin has been doing. It also gives me the sense of like taking your time, taking a break, not pushing yourself too hard. Just prepare yourself for what's coming. That is the meaning of like the in-between. We also have Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Oh, because the wolf spirit, the wolf always reminds me of something, someone who works on himself, like someone who is pretty much on his own when it comes to someone who appreciates solitude. And then we have the Four Cups, so I do think Seokjin's working on something that is very much himself. It's very, I don't want to say personal, but it's different from the work. It's separated from the good work, and is separated from what he had been doing, that we know of. And the last not the last one, but the next one we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. I love seeing this card because yes, we've talked about the tens, the two tens. To me, the way I see it, these cycles is very at the very center of this reading has already ended. Seokjin is cycling out of it, with pretty much with ease. But what we can say is that I didn't mean for this to be at the center of this reading, by the way, but I guess the way it was placed like this is that these 2.5 years period of time happened to trigger Seokjin, to really force him to look and reassess all the burdens and all the thoughts and all the responsibility that he has been taking with himself all these years, to really reassess those and work on those, to clear his mind so that he can step into which he has already done, like which he can see new inspirations and renew himself. That's what it is. Discuss, we have Eucalyptus, expand sense of freedom. Oh, I like this. We talk about the truth card. It's like the wind of truth. So it also gives me the sense of freedom, because the winds blow freely in whichever direction it pleases. This expands sense of freedom. So yes, talking about Seokjin doing something personal and something very much himself, something is different. He has all the freedom to do everything that he wants, but before, probably because of this 210 situation, that he did not really go forth with whatever ideas that he had before. But now that he has been out of this phase, he's working on that, and it gives him a better sense of being free, even though he was free before, and he's still free now to do whatever it is that he wants. Nobody but himself stopped him from doing these things and from being free. This is the freedom that Sakjin has given himself, that has awarded himself, and the freedom that he deserves. So that's very nice. And the last one we have is Manuka, brings self-regeneration and transformation. This is everything. This is a nice conclusion to this reading. You know, after the 2 10s, everything is renewal. Everything is being regenerated. Sakjin is being kind of like reborn. He's living a different life, not a different life, but like he's living as a new person now with a new perspective. It feels like he's being recharged and refueled, and I don't know, just this beautiful sense of taking a deep breath and you feel new. I don't know how to explain that, but it's just very, very like comforting and deliberating and empowering. Suddenly I feel like eucalyptus and manuka, aren't they like native to Australia? But that's cute. They all have really great healing property. So yes, Sakjin is being healed from whatever it is that these 2 10s indicate. He's being transformed. Oh, that's just beautiful. So yes, I think there's a lot to expect. Well, not really. I don't like the word expect or expectations, but there's a lot to for us to, I know, to see from Sakjin. Oh, he's being healed as well. So what I'm hearing is that he's having a really speedy recovery with his left finger, index finger, I believe. So I don't think that's something to worry about. But I did pick that up in one of my reading, even though my time precision was off. But I remember distinctively in one of the reading for Sakjin, I was like, he should be careful with his left side of the body, and like when it happened, I was like, hold on, I saw this before. But anyhow, I don't think that's something that we need to worry too much about. He's being healed very well. He's at a good state of mind as well. So that's great. I think that's everything that I have for Sakjin in this reading. I hope you enjoy this reading, and I will be back with the next one, which is for Yingi Sugar. And I'll see you there. Bye bye.